Sam.
We need to leave tonight.
Masquerade.
I think this is the best movie of the three, the best film of the three. The photography was fantastic, and the way the story described it, a situation where blacks escaped is a very historical, and I didn't even know about that, so that's a great point. I certainly like the dance drama, even though I'm not a critique of that ballroom music. But I certainly loved it. I thought it was the best of the three so far, in terms of photography and in terms of the story.
I find it hard to look at Ninny and see either a man or a white person. She doesn't pass for me in either way. I could tell. So somebody might have been an abolitionist, a closet abolitionist, and he's looking at her and he knows what he's seeing and he's letting it go.
My interpretation that the ticket taker knew, and he didn't let the conductor get too close, and he pushed him on through. Because he makes that line saying, "I've already put your name down, get on over there." Yes.
Okay, I think that the ticket taker is just a dick. It's as simple as that. That's what I mean, it's like the South, racism's, obviously there, so he's just being your fucking prick. It's as simple as that.
You mean the conductor who challenges the Sam?
No, the person who stopped the slave, saying, I can't remember what he said, but the person who stopped him.
Mm-hmm.
He was just being a dick.
Okay, and the other guy, the guy who took the ticket and said, "Yeah, how do you think the man's supposed to manage?"
Oh, he didn't care.
Yeah. See, I think they intentionally left it ambiguous.
Oh, one more thing. That person, I think they passed.
I think that casting was very strategic. I think they really strategically cast that person to be right on the edge of interpretation, and I think that was the point. But I want to make a note. Short films are notoriously hard to fund a short film well. This was an exceptionally well done period piece for being a short film.
Yes.
In regards to the costumes, yes, I see your hand.
Yeah, it is part of the question, because the other story of the guy with the short breathing, looking at the other guy and that's the tense, then kissing the first guy. I just thought it was kind of also not to focus on the escape or focus on what is happening here. So was there a connection? Probably I was I'm probably not that smart to see the connection, but because I was trying to see the connection between the two stories.
So these two people were, to my understanding, the enslaved by that gentleman who kissed his Sam, and that's on so many levels scary for Sam that he had to leave. It was no longer safe for him. There's this one line where they go, "Is it okay to run away?" And he's like, "Well, the master wants to run away, so I think it's normal for us to run away." But both people are running away for more or less the same reason: freedom. To be able to live their lives without the constraints they're in where they are.
Your slave hand is here to help you board trains and carriages.
I have rheumatism.
Your voice betrays you.
I have to say that it was the masquerade ball that confused me, because I couldn't understand what was going on and whether the master was in love with the other guy that he kept looking at, and that's why he kissed the slave, because that's who he's in love with. So that was the question for me. In terms of the girl, it was correct that she, to me, didn't look white and didn't look like a guy. But I've also noticed that people tend to give a lot of latitude if they think this is what they're supposed to be looking at. And in terms of the Ticketmaster, I struggled and thought that he was a plant.
Oh, like it. So I think that the whole masquerade ball was a huge metaphor. For the guy, I'm wearing masks, I'm covering up, I'm not going to show my true intention. In fact, everyone in this party is faking it. And that's kind of how I took it. And it's also a bit on the nose metaphor for what's happening outside that second story.